You're an international student studying in Australia, thinking that if I get a master's degree and decide to do further study, I'll get a perfect great job and even guarantee a higher salary in Australia. Or maybe you're talking to yourself thinking that if I just keep applying jobs through online, something will eventually happen and I'll get a job at some point of time eventually. Or maybe you feel like it's because of my accent or my cultural background. These are the things that make me really harder to get a job in Australia. If you're thinking like that, I'd like to say you're not the only person thinking in this way, because I've been working with hundreds of different international students and graduates in Australia, and there are three common myths that people believe that really make them feel stuck in moving forward to find a meaningful job. So I just want to quickly show you what you can actually do about it instead to move forward with confidence. So the myth number one, you're probably thinking, yes, a master's will guarantee me a job. The truth is, yes, a master's degree can definitely deepen your knowledge. That's definitely true. But it doesn't automatically guarantee a job outcome or higher salary, I like to say. And I quickly want to show you a very interesting data result here. The latest one, the graduate outcome survey data. So the latest version is the result was 2024 outcome. So the survey shows that only about half of international graduates from the postgraduate studies, a master coursework study, that result has always been much lower than domestic students. But interestingly though, when they do get the job, the international graduate from the master course degree, master degree, they are less likely to be in a managerial or professional role. So you're probably thinking that it's because I have a master degree, I have much higher qualification. That means that I'm going to be in managerial role or much better professional position. But the result is actually totally opposite here. And the result for international graduate from master degrees is actually no better than graduate from the bachelor degree as well. And if you also look at the salary comparison between the domestics and international graduate from the master degree, on much lower medium salaries compared to domestic postgraduates as well. It's even more interesting if you actually look at the demographic breakdowns of who those peoples are, so the international graduate from the master degree. So if you look at the domestic students, the domestic graduates from the master degree, they tend to be much older age groups, so they tend to be over 30 years old age profile. So this assumption here, they are probably more likely to be already in the workforce. They do already have some work experience. They're already working in professional jobs while they're studying at the same time, because they're already building on existing experiences that might link to the actual employment outcomes from the survey. In contrast though, around 75% of international postgraduates, they tend to be very younger age group here. So they are under 30 years old. And I even think of myself when I first came to Australia, I was mid-20, and the reason why I came to Australia actually to do master's degree here. Also, another interesting data here is that the international graduate from bachelor degree, they are much more likely to decide to do further study to go to master degree. So we are talking about even the majority of international graduates from bachelor degree, they go straight into the master degree, probably without practical workforce experience, and then they decide to go to the master degree straight away. Probably the assumption here, they just finished their bachelor degree with quite limited work experience here. So if you go straight into the masters without practical experience, you're learning more academically, you're deepening your knowledge in the classroom environment. I like to say yes, that's right. But employers still will ask you, can this person apply their knowledge they learned from the qualification in a real workplace situation? So what I actually want you to do before you make the final decision whether or not I should do my master's degree or not, I want you to just start looking at some roles, the professional roles, the types of roles that you will actually see yourself to apply for after you finish your university degree qualification. So things like, what are the realistic jobs and roles, positions that I could apply for in the future? And specifically, what types of experience and skills do they actually require? So this is one of the most fundamental questions I want you to ask you before you even think about which university I have to go, which master's degree I have to choose after I finish my current qualification here in Australia, okay? And also, if you can actually gain some practical experience first, whether or not it's still in Australia, staying a little bit longer after you're finishing your bachelor, or maybe you return your home country and they get a little bit of local experience, it's totally up to you. And it's not about how fast you can get your master's degree as well. So it's more about whether or not you can enter your postgraduate study with clear goal or on where you're actually heading to, and confidence and directions, not confusing yourself and thinking that, yes, because I have a master's degree, that's going to guarantee me a job. Myth number 2 here. If my resume is really good, I will get a job straight away through online. So I see this one every day from my international clients. So you spend hours and hours trying to make perfect resume, and then you're applying, you're submitting your resume online, and then nothing happened. No reply, no response, no interview, just the silent treatment there, nothing actually happened. So here is the truth for you. Almost over 80% of jobs in Australia, they are actually never advertised publicly. So why they're not advertised publicly? Because they are filled through referrals or networks and even internal hiring process. So before you actually go to publicly market, the hiring process is actually happening internally here. So even if you have a perfect resume, you're not actually visible to the right target employers and audience here, and because of that, you're missing out on most of the opportunities that you can't even actually grab here. So what you should do instead, that I want you to start networking strategically, intentionally, networking with people that you really want to connect with in your chosen professional field. So I'm not saying that, okay, I just need to quickly randomly find somebody, maybe knock on the door in your neighbor and asking that, can you give me a job? That's not what I'm talking about here. Here's how you should do networking intentionally. Maybe the potential step here is that I want you to start searching, using LinkedIn, searching for previous students who done your degree program from your current education provider and who done your degree program. Maybe that person also used to be an international student from same country or maybe different country. And then maybe send a short polite messages on LinkedIn, say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm currently studying biomedical science at this university, and I just came across your LinkedIn profile, and I really do admire your career in this medical research field. I just love to hear one piece of advice from you that you can actually give someone like me who just about to start a career in Australia. Once you send that message, try to arrange just a short informational conversation with the person. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes might be enough, 10 to half an hour. And I really want you to ask questions like, what actually helped you to get started in your chosen field? And what are the types of skills that you think I should focus on? Things like that. The beauty of doing this approach is that having one conversation can give you so much great clarity around where you need to head to, what your next step should be for you to actually guarantee the job that you really deserve. Yeah. So, and by having this conversation, you are naturally building a relationship with the person that can also possibly lead to referrals or opportunities later down the track too. So here, another important point that I want to mention to you, networking isn't asking just for a job straight away. It's really about learning, building the visibility and building relationship with the person and gathering information about your chosen career field, and then turn that into career clarity. Myth number 3. You're probably thinking, because of my accent or my cultural background, this is my disadvantages. And I know this one feels so personal here, and I had this experience as well, and it really affects my confidence because of my accent and because of my Asian background, because I'm not Aussie and I'm not Australian. Many students actually tell me things like, hey Mooney, my English isn't perfect, I don't speak really well because English is my second language, I know my accents sounds very different. I'm really worried because employer is gonna judge me during the interview because of my English accent, because my English is not good. All these negative things that they're talking to themselves. Here is often what I tell them instead though. Your accent is proof that you actually speak more than one languages. If you're working in professional field, there are people from so many different cultural backgrounds. You're likely to hear from people with so many different accents. Somebody from Canada, UK, Switzerland, India, China, Japan, Korea, all different culture. They all have different accent here. So I like to actually say that to you, it's not about necessarily your weakness. I want you to turn that into your advantage. So how we can do that? What matters the most is actually clarity, your confidence to be able to communicate with people, and your ability to be able to make meaningful connection with people. It's not about you should sound like you're Australian. That's not the point here. So what you actually should do, you should really frame yourself thinking what your value propositions are. So for example, I've been studying these subjects, and also I have proven experience of working across so many different cultures. Because of that, I bring such a unique, fresh global perspective, and also have such a great resilience and adaptability to the team. So turn your self-talk about negative things into your value propositions and your selling point here. That one positive sentence talking about your value can completely shift how employer sees you, okay? So it's not about your weakness, it's about understanding your differentiations, and then your difference is your advantage. So here's a quick recap and key takeaway that I want you to actually get from here. The myth number one, a master's alone guarantee your success. The truth is your experience and skills and network matter just as much as getting a master's degree too. So make sure you bear that in mind. Myth number two, online applications are enough for me to get a job. The truth is most jobs come through relationship referrals. I talk about referrals and networking, and then your visibility here. Myth number three, my accent or my cultural background is disadvantages and this is my weakness. The truth is, it's actually your unique strengths. So it's about you learn how to communicate your strengths with your confidence to your employers and your targeted audience is far more important here. These are things that's gonna make you much more employable and they help you to be really confident in accessing the Australian job market. So successful career, again, isn't really built by just the master degree itself alone. It's really about combining your knowledge, your practical experience, and networking with people, and ongoing learning journey. So if you are ready to stop feeling stuck like that, and you want to actually start building your step-by-step strategy, I want you to actually click the link below that says apply to work with Mooney, and you can fill out the short form here online, and then I'll review the form and then I'll get back to you to see if we are the right match to work together. So let's turn your education into the meaningful career that truly works for you. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.